I laughed at my boyfriend's pathetic attempts to cheat on me and then exposed him online. My boyfriend Jake and I had been together for almost 3 years. Things were going pretty well until about a month ago when he started acting super weird with his phone. Like he'd flip it face down whenever I walked into the room or take it to the bathroom with him every single time. Before this, Jake would literally hand me his phone to change the music or show me memes. He never cared if I saw his screen, so when he suddenly started guarding it like it contained nuclear codes, I knew something was up. One night, he fell asleep on my couch after we watched a movie. His phone was lying right there next to him, and I could see notifications lighting up the screen every few minutes. I'm not proud of it, but I grabbed his phone and checked his DMs. What I found was honestly the most pathetic thing I've ever seen in my life. Jake had been messaging at least 50 different girls over the past month, trying to get them to hang out or hook up with him. The messages were so cringe I actually started laughing out loud. He was using the same terrible pickup lines on everyone. Things like, "Hey beautiful, you look like you need some excitement in your life," and "I bet you've never met a guy like me before." The worst part was that basically none of these girls were even responding to him. Most of them just left him on read after his first message. The few who did respond would send like one polite reply, and then when Jake would immediately ask them to come over or meet up for drinks, they'd ghost him completely. One girl literally replied, "I have a boyfriend," and Jake actually wrote back, "So? He doesn't have to know." She never responded after that. Another girl said she wasn't interested in dating, and Jake sent her 3 more messages trying to convince her to give him a chance. The funniest part was this one conversation where Jake spent like 20 messages trying to impress some girl by bragging about his job at Best Buy and his Honda Civic. She never replied once, but he just kept going, sending selfies and talking about how successful he was. I screenshot everything and sent it all to myself. Then I went back to the couch and just stared at Jake sleeping there, snoring with his mouth open. I should have been crying or devastated, but honestly, I was just trying not to laugh at how pathetic this whole thing was. The next morning, Jake woke up all happy and tried to kiss me good morning. I pulled away and said we needed to talk. He immediately got this nervous look on his face, probably thinking I'd found something. I pulled out my phone and started reading his messages out loud. "Hey gorgeous, what are you doing tonight? I'm thinking we could grab some drinks and see where the night takes us." Jake's face went completely white as I kept reading in this dramatic voice. When I got to the part where he told a girl about his amazing apartment, which is actually my apartment that he just sleeps over at sometimes, I completely lost it and started cracking up. Jake tried to grab my phone, but I held it away from him. I told him he could pack his stuff and get out because I wasn't going to be the only idiot who wanted his pathetic attempts at romance. He tried to apologize and say it didn't mean anything, but I was already opening my door and pointing outside. Last week, I posted some of the screenshots on my close friend's story with the caption, "Thank you, next." I didn't even tag him or say who it was, but apparently enough people recognized his profile picture. That word got around pretty fast. Jake called me freaking out because his brother and sister had seen it and were roasting him in their family group chat. He begged me to delete it and said people were making fun of him at work. I did delete it eventually, but then he had the audacity to ask me to post a public apology, saying I made the whole thing up. I told him absolutely not. If he didn't want to be embarrassed about trying to cheat, maybe he shouldn't have tried to cheat in the first place.